Hello, welcome to the channel. Serge Ball here. A lot of people have been asking me, what is it like living in Greece, and why did I choose to settle in Greece in regards to other European countries? That is because people understand Greece went through an economic crisis that actually really hit hard the country, and the country was really down. Actually, a lot of Greeks did leave the country during the crisis, and very few have returned. So there's this notion of Greece going through some this economic hardship and not being the most comfortable place to live in Europe. Well, I want to say there's some truth to that. There was some truth to that when Greece was going through that economic crisis. And there's still some truth to that in regards to some Greek people. I say some Greek people because Greeks have a lifestyle. They have their way of going about life. There are certain things that they wouldn't put up with, that I, being an immigrant, would see as something normal or something that I can be able to overcome. There's that comfort of life that they like, going out for a drink with friends, going out to the restaurant, just living life. Like, Greeks really enjoy living life. And that is something that I also appreciate about them, because life is not just about hustling. It's also about being able to appreciate life for what it is as you hustle and grow and move on with it. It shouldn't be all about making money and stacking it up. What's the need having money if you can't spend it? But also, we must also understand life is also about sustainability and being able to maintain being in your lifestyle or what you got going on for as long as possible until there's something better. But you shouldn't go ahead and then regress, fall back. That is not something you want to do. Well, in regards to me, I chose to settle in Greece after I tried other European countries like France. I've been to Germany, I've been to Holland, Belgium. I didn't really stay in Belgium and all these places for long, but I stayed in France for almost a year. And the reality there wasn't very pleasant. I'm sure there are great opportunities in France. There are a lot of beautiful things to see, but for me, it didn't go so well. I practically made 8 months in France without being able to find a job. Why? Because I didn't have the right papers. So the stress of coming to Greece, to Europe, struggling and having papers in Greece, and then moving to France, but not being able to work, even though being a resident in Greece. I mean, it was very, very tough. It was a very, very tough time for me. Then they say you don't realize what you got until it's gone. When I was going through this tough time in Greece, in France, it actually opened my eyes to see the opportunities that were in Greece and the things that maybe I wasn't really looking deeply into. And I started to think and try to appreciate the opportunities that were given to me here in Greece. Not necessarily given, but the opportunities I could take advantage of. And I thought it wise to come back to Greece to try hustling for a couple of months. And I got to realize not only was I able to earn a living with dignity, I was able to save a lot of money. A lot of my earnings, I was able to save them. And that's something I'm very key about. I'm not someone that likes to splash, to splurge money like that. I like saving my money and having a great lifestyle as I progress in life. I believe life is a matter of steps and stages. If you're coming from the bottom, At least every year you should be able to step up, step up, step up, but also be able to maintain that lifestyle. And I realized Greece gave me that opportunity not only to work and earn some money after 8 years in France and not being able to make even 1,000 euros. I decided, hey, I'll make this place home. And ever since I came back to Greece before the COVID, I haven't left, and I do not regret my decision. So one advantage of living in Greece is the low cost of living, reasonable amount of money you can earn, but the high probability or possibility of saving depending on your earnings. You always have to strive to make sure the jobs you're getting is something that permits you to make, between 1,300 to 1,500. I would definitely aim for more, but that is what you should try to make sure you can earn per month. That is good. With that, you'll be able to live a very comfortable life and hopefully even save some money. The next thing is the quality of life here is very, very, I would say it's very good. You don't have all the amenities and facilities as the countries up north in Europe, but nonetheless, it's very, very comfortable. And I think life is all about being comfortable. You mustn't have it all in life to be able to be happy. But you can actually have a very comfortable life here in Greece if you're putting in the work and making the right financial decisions. So the quality of life is very, very good. The country went through a lot with the economic crisis, but you could definitely see that the administrations that took over did put in the work, and they were able to stabilize the country. The economy has been coming back. Things have been, slowly but surely booming. And you can actually see that in the day-to-day life of the Greeks. Even the salary, when I came to Greece, the minimum wage was 600 euros. Now I think it's about 800 or 900, but you wouldn't find so many people earning 800 or 900 euros. I mean, those could be people working part-time, but a large majority of people I know are earning within 1,000, 1,300 and more, 1,200 and more. And that is already good. Now, the downside is ever since the war between Russia and Ukraine, the cost of living has practically trumped up. To find housing, it's kind of complicated right now for everybody. The Airbnb saga actually really hit Greece hard because Greece is not one of these countries where they are engaged in so much new real estate projects. It's Athens is an old city, and they like it that way. They like it that way. So housing problem is an issue here. It's really an issue. Finding housing, that is what will cut into your earnings. So the government have been doing what they can to be able to resolve this problem, but it's still something that is very present, and everybody's hoping that things will change, but that is the reality for now. Next, the cultural aspect of Greece is something that I actually respected and appreciated because Greek people haven't lost who they are. They are very, very tight and very proud of their culture as a people. And I would say, I haven't walked around Europe. This is one of the countries where you can actually pinpoint cultural aspects. Within the modern world, you can actually pinpoint cultural aspects, being it religious or being it traditional. Greeks are quite traditional, and they're doing it in a very, very soft and very classy way that I do appreciate. They are not trying to impose anything on anybody, even though it's their country. They do what they want to do. They do what they have to do. They carry out their cultural rites and practices without prejudice onto others. And I think that is very mature, that is very commendable and respectable and respectful to others that are actually, you know, having this privilege of living within your country. So shout out to the Greeks for that. Now, I think approaching things like that makes people very comfortable and intrigues them to want to know more about your culture because they don't feel forced, they don't feel like, you're trying to change who they are. People gradually, you know, pull towards that side of wanting to know more about the culture of Greece. So the cultural aspect of Greece, it's something that made me have this little flashback of growing up in Africa. Africa, we're very cultural, we're very cultured people, we're very, into our traditions and all that. Even though most of us that live in the cities have maybe drifted away from it, but it's still something that is very present. So the cultural aspect actually made me want to live in this country because I found it very interesting. You don't want to live somewhere where it's just, it's everything is just being, just culture has been wiped out. People are just going about their life. We're having this. Yeah, so cultural aspect made me actually appreciate this country even more. The quality of the food. Ooh, I would say in Europe, Greece has one of the best, if not the best quality of agricultural products coming from Africa, where, agricultural products are the top of the top. I wouldn't even lie about that. Shout out to my Greek people in Africa. Like, you could actually smell the mango a kilometer away, the tomatoes. Like, the agricultural products in Africa is top tier, right? And it's funny how Africans are not able to sell this abroad. They are not able to sell this abroad due to one or twos. But yeah, when I was in France, I noticed like when you cook, you couldn't really get the taste of the food. And I'm not trying to, this is not a shot at France and all that, but it was just the reality. And even my French friends that live in Greece will tell you that the agricultural products is quite tasty. So you want to live where you make your money, you're able to eat good, feed yourself good, and have that good quality of life. And that is something I also noticed in Greece that charmed me. And I was like, you know what? No matter what, I will try my best to make my life here in Greece. This would be my home in Europe, and hopefully from here I can explore other European countries more, more detailedly. And who knows, maybe I might, end up trying another country just for, just to discover something new. So for those who were, DMing me asking why do I choose Greece, those are some of the aspects why I choose Greece. And if it's a country I would suggest, yes, it's a country I would suggest. I see a lot of Americans, I see a lot of expatriates, people from Germany, France, and all those places coming, settling in Greece due to the cost of living. And that has been increasing slowly but surely over the years. So, yeah, if you want to try Greece, I encourage you. It's a beautiful place. And just make sure you come in with respect and appreciation of the people's culture and their country. So with that said, see you on the next one. Peace.